Good afternoon, this is Diana Kolesnik on UATV English, breaking hot truth in easy terms for the whole free world directly from Ukraine. Another mass attack against our state. 6 regions were under enemy attack. In Mykolaiv, dozens of residential buildings were destroyed. 1 person was killed. In Kyiv, more than 40 people were wounded. 4 were killed. There may be people under the rubble. In the capital, high-voltage cables were damaged, due to which several districts were without electricity. The heating network was damaged, due to which there were heating shortages. However, everything has already been restored in the capital.
My condolences to all who have lost loved ones. We will definitely retaliate against Russia. Terrorists will always face the consequences of their action. I am grateful to all of our medics, rescuers and utility workers. I thank everyone who cares about our country and saves and assists people. Volodymyr Zelensky, President of Ukraine, on social network X.
During 2 days' attack, the Ukrainian air defense forces destroyed 29 missiles and 15 attack UAVs. In total, Russia launched 64 missiles and drones, 20 Shahed UAVs from Crimea, 29 cruise missiles from 10 Tu-95 aircraft over Anhelsk and the Caspian Sea, 422 cruise missiles from Tu-22 bombers from Sevastopol and Kursk, 3 sea-based cruise missiles Kalibr from the Black Sea near Novorossiysk, 3 ballistic missiles Iskander from Crimea and the Voronezh region, 5 S-300 anti-aircraft guided missiles from the Belgorod region. Experts estimated that Kremlin forces spent almost $500 million on 2 days' attack in 1 morning in order to kill Ukrainian civilians. Because all these launches were in cities in the rear, at least 10 private houses, commercial buildings and communications were damaged in Kyiv suburbs. 3 people were wounded. As a result of the attack on Kharkiv, 2 people were wounded. As I have already said, in Mykolaiv more than 10 private houses were damaged. Their roofs were simply blown off. The missile hit the center of the 1-story building where there are neither important enterprises, nor infrastructure facilities, nor military facilities. The Russians just hit the city because they can, and the Ukrainians have been living in such conditions for almost 2 years. We are already so confident in such conditions that we even distinguish different types of air alarms and know which of them is more dangerous and which is less dangerous. And the probability of a Russian attack is less than the benefit that can be done during this time. Although with such a neighbor as Russia, attacks can be expected at any minute. In March 2023, the EU committed to supply 1 million artillery shells to Ukraine during the year to repel Russian aggression. After the beginning of the full-scale Russian aggression, Ukraine has set a course for a complete transition to shells of Western calibers of 154mm and 120mm because Soviet-style ammunition is running out. Artillery plays a decisive role in the Russian war against Ukraine, having a significant advantage in shells. Russia's offensive provided for the use of the rolling barrage tactics. Josep Borrell, the EU High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, acknowledged that with the current pace of ammunition deliveries, only 52% of the planned volume would be realized by March 2024. The European defense industry has sufficient capacity to fulfill the order, but many products are exported to third countries. Borrell knows that the best solution is to redirect products to Ukraine because it has the most urgent need. Manufacturers can negotiate with their customers to postpone orders. Josep Borrell is currently in Kyiv. During the morning meeting with Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal, the EU High Representative emphasized that Ukraine remains the highest priority for the European Union. He added that EU should provide our country with everything we need to win. At the same time, the High Representative of the European Union announced that by the end of the year, Ukraine will be provided with 1 million ammunition needed by Ukraine.
We also greatly appreciate the EU's military assistance to Ukraine. The European defense industry is increasing its capacities, and I am confident that we will soon feel the effects. Indeed, accelerating the supply of artillery ammunition to Ukraine is one of the key priorities now. Denis Shmyhal, Prime Minister of Ukraine.
Josep Borrell also met with Volodymyr Zelensky, Minister of Foreign Affairs Dmytro Kuleba and Minister of Defense Rustem Umerov, and also spoke to deputies in the Verkhovna Rada. I hope we will be able to feel how all these meetings ended in the near future. And for now, we are waiting for the meeting of the Ukraine-EU Association Council in March of this year. The International Court of Justice recognized its jurisdiction to consider the 2022 lawsuit of Ukraine against the Russian Federation for violation of the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. Russia officially justified its aggression against Ukraine by the need to put an end to the genocide in the Donbass. Accusations against Ukraine of committing genocide are completely unfounded. The Kremlin understands this, but deliberately spreads disinformation. Ukraine seeks to refute the Russian lie about genocide in the International Court of Justice, whose decisions are the most authoritative and binding for all countries. The UN International Court of Justice upheld the order on provisional measures of March 16, 2022, which obliges Russia to immediately suspend the hostilities launched on February 24, 2022, and stop any military or irregular units which the Russian Federation would direct or support. But the decisions of the International Court are binding for small countries, not such big ones as Russia, right? Well then, the world should prepare for a new world order, with the right of the strong to do as they like. Perhaps the two world wars did not teach the whole world the dangers of such an approach for all mankind. There are probably still people who believe that it is possible to come to an agreement with the aggressor. However, I assure you, it is not possible, and it was never possible. History has proven this many times, and it will prove it again. However, this requires the time and lives of Ukrainians and possibly Europeans, and there may be also Americans, Africans, and Asians. History will surely teach people its lessons. Only over time, the cost of the lesson will increase. Early, the International Court of Justice recognized Russia as a violator of international conventions for the suppression of the financing of terrorism and the elimination of all forms of racial discrimination. It is about the events of 2014-2015. Then the world allowed Russia to continue annexation of Crimea and its aggression against Ukraine. As a result, a full-scale invasion began. By the way, if you don't know, there were also harbingers of the annexation of Crimea, the Georgian War in 2008, but the world community somehow missed it. Please do not miss the war that is going on now, because as you can see, the flywheel of war is winning more and more, and it will affect everyone if it is not stopped. It was Diana Kolesnik on UATV English, hoping to give you the hot truth in easy enough terms on a daily wrap-up today. Comment, like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters a lot to us. Stay safe and tuned for more tomorrow. See you soon.